find it. We've already walked through this stuff. So we want to try out this code so we can at least have something to analyze. I just run it to make sure that, of course, it works. There are no errors in there, and we can walk through it. So asked to use the character array, another header, yeah, just a C string or header. Something we are familiar with. If yes, say yes. Line 3.
Yes.
Thank you. Allow us to use the C out and other things, yeah? So basically, the struct keyword allow us to define our own data type, and then we are putting several variables together, each of them separated by semicolon. Let's see if it makes any difference if we do this, and I bet it doesn't. Pretty much same code, nothing actually changed. So it doesn't have to be like that, but your code looks a lot cleaner and more readable. So key thing to remember, you've got semicolon at the end of each of them, but also you've got semicolon here.
You have created an array here in the character title, in the 5th line, I'm saying.
Yeah, so
you have created array here.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
So the character array, a string is a character array. So that's why we included a C string. So pretty much think of it as a different way of defining a string, for example. Because M from Michael is a character, I is a character, C is a character, but when you group them together, it's like an array of characters, then it can become Michael. Okay, thank you. So basically we've defined the structure, and we go into our main function. So in the main function, we have, think of it as, well, you need to proceed it with the struct keyword, but think of it as this is our int s. So this is our data type, and then this is the variable that we are declaring. Yeah. So this is our own data type, like just as previously we do int y or something. So our own data type, and then this is book 1. So that means book 1 will have title as a member, author as a member, subject as a member, and book ID as a member. Makes sense? Yeah? All right. So we have two new variables we've created, book 1 and book 2. Okay? So remember, the books is sort of the data type, and we proceed by the struct keyword. Now, we just want to play with it a little bit to access the members of these 2 new variables that we've created, that is made up of several variables, yeah? So first of all, we want to take book 1 and then access its members and play with, and want to access book 2 and use book 2 and access its members to play with. So if we go into book 1, we take the title, and we want to copy this Learn C++ programming into its title content. To do that, we use the member access operator, which is the dot, to go to the title, and then we copy a string to it. The same thing, we go to the author, and we copy a string to it. And we go to the subject and copy a string to it. And because we have included this header also, it gives us access to a function called string copy that we can use from the library. Basically, just copy something from the right into the left. Yeah? Good. So we do the same.
Sir, can you explain strcopy function?
Right. So that is string copy. It's just a function that we are borrowing from an existing library, right? So the string copy allow us to copy on the right-hand side or into a string. Okay. So remember, the title is defined as a string from your question earlier. It's an array of characters. So we are copied from the right-hand side in here. But how do we get this title of the book variable? What we do is we go to the book 1, we go use the member access operator, and then it allows us to access the title, and we use string copy to copy this. It's like saying X is equal to 5. Yeah. All right. So the same, because the book ID is an integer, we can go into book 1, use the member access function to access book 1, and then we can assign a particular number to it, and we do the same for book 2. When we're done, remember this member access also give us access to the all the members, so we can simply print them out by using the cout. Yeah. I'll always say it's a lot better if you type it, because then it runs through your brain in terms of how this struct and other things work.